gotta be investigating. I got a few things I gotta do in the morgue. All right. So let's first of all let's go upstairs. Let me go with Brother John, and we're gonna talk to this guy.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those infernal statues sent another soul flying to his death?
Tell me about yourself.
This here's my family business. Yes, there's been a Roberts escorting stiffs into the next life since the foundation of Seal itself. They don't write epics about morticians, but I'm proud of my work nonetheless.
What can you tell me about Jake's murder?
Sad story, that. Though if I'm speaking plainly, the sentimental aspect of it all doesn't make much of an impression on an undertaker. Especially not these days, with so many laid low by the orcs and such like. I just concern myself with giving the remains a respectable exit from life. We set him to rest in the northern graveyard. Perhaps he can finally get a little peace.
And about Jake's body?
What about it? Didn't I just say we gave it a respectable send-off? Why are you giving me the third degree? Now, if you don't mind, I'm trying to run a business here.
Alright, well. Alright, so I'm gonna go down the stairs. And you're gonna wait here. And I'm gonna split. But I'm going with Quick Jim. And Quick Jim. Alright, and what are we doing here? Okay, basket. Nothing. Nothing. 9-inch nails. Okay, Robert's ledger. We're gonna take that.
Lucky find!
Okay. Care for a sneak peek into... Okay, understood. Corpse. Ooh, yeah, I don't want a tooth. Okay, yeah, I gotta wait for this guy to go. Alright. Move to here. And unsneak. Now, let's put the boys back together again. Get out the house. And we are going to inventory. And we need to look at Robert's journal. Traveler's journal. Okay, Robert's journal. Let's read it. Robert's ledger. Furthermore, I find it impossible that any but Mayor Cecil, Captain Oris, Evelyn, or even Esmeralda would have been able to gain access to the body without my noticing. A corpse can't just vanish into thin air, and even if it could, it's not as though a strong wind could blow a sack of gold into an empty slab. No, one of them must have been involved, but as long as no one goes digging up Jake's coffin, I don't see how the crime could ever be traced back to me.
Looks like the mortician is rather suspicious about Jake.
What could Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, or Evelyn have to do with it?
Okay. So who do I have to talk to now? Who's nearest? So this is the graveyard. This is Egglander, King Crab, Town Hall, Esmeralda, Captain Oris. Alright, Town Hall. So I'm gonna go to Town Hall. I'm not really gonna go to the bathroom, but I'm going to Town Hall. But I'm going to do this job. I prefer to be leading off this job, so. So we're going in here. Now, the goal is not to go into the bathroom, where The lady's taking a bath. The goal is to go in the front room. Alright, what do we got here? Cecil.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer, huh? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. Our city welcomes you.
Tell me about yourself.
My elf? What elf?
Oh, okay.
Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sicil, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Sicil through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed.
Tell me about the issues in Sicil.
Oh, what? Oh, you mean Sicil? Very difficult times indeed. As though the death of Jake, and by source magic no less, weren't enough. We're also facing all sorts of brutish intruders. The undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while the orcs are making a habit of savaging our beaches. That's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, there's rumors of some new religious sect or cult or some such sticking its tendrils into the innocent, seven-fearing folks of Sicil. And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon.
Okay, about Jake's murder.
Jake murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Indeed. I could hardly believe it myself. The Council and I have certainly had our differences over the years, but old squabbles evaporate under such circumstances. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda is responsible. In fact, the Legion have taken her into protective custody to keep her safe from the mob. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between her and the Duke of Ferrol was always a bit, suggestive. But I've never had cause to suspect her of violence. Still, one never knows for sure.
Tell me about this Duke of Ferrol.
An all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. The whole town knows the only goal of his business trips to Sicil is to spend a night or two at the King Crab Inn with Mrs. Counselor.
Tell me more about the undead in Sicil. Cecil.
What? The undead? Yes, for the past 2 years, those blasted skeletons have all but suffocated this city. With all but one trade route overrun, Sicil's once torrential commerce has slowed to a pathetic trickle.
What's this business about a staff of Pergamon?
What of what now? Oh, you're speaking gibberish. Ah, you mean the staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was this very powerful, very rare staff. I managed to place the order through means somewhat, atypical to a government official. Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me.
Tell me about the merchant.
His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it'd help, but I'd quite like to avoid getting the Legion involved, if you don't mind.
And what do you know about the staff itself?
The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do something to aid the townsfolk against the undead.
Can you tell me more about Rivellon's sex?
Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. But I suppose if you really don't know, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least explain the basics.
Wow, okay. Go right ahead. I have to hear this.
You see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice, they occasionally... well, they... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Sicil's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists.
Wow, that cat walking on screen there freaked me out because I thought that was something in the real world. I thought I had a gigantic bug crawling across my screen. Anyway, can you tell me more about your library?
That depends. What kind of berries are you interested in exactly? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself.
Sure, sounds interesting.
Marvelous. Follow me then.
Oh, absolutely. I do believe this is where things start to get interesting.
What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sicil's crown, the beacon of culture and learning in our fair city. My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain. Yes, Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. Ah, it brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books. What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please introduce yourself. I know Victoria will be happy to make your acquaintance.
Okay, there's a few things going on here.
The lesser key of Sadakandras.
Okay, let's do, Okay, I want to read, not steal these
I know
books.
it by heart.
I want to read these books, not steal them. Alright, what do I got here? Can I talk to this dude? Jahan?
Omnes autem mali demones. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my musings? By Naga the Protector, they have the manners of boors, these boatmen of Sicil. Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I was mistaken. For you hardly resemble the local fisherfolk, which, incidentally, is a compliment of copious dimensions indeed. No, a source hunter, that is what you are. Yes, a stalker of sorcery, a chaser of charms pernicious. In truth, I cannot go so far as to say it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, for I take no pleasure in the company of man. But it may just be to our mutual advantage to join forces nonetheless.
Why would you want to join forces?
Why? Simply because you hunt source, and I, Jehan, hunt demons. You are aware, of course, that quite often both of these pests frequent the same shadowy pools of infamy. Now, I hate what I hunt, but I respect its cunning. Should I not, I'd have been decimated, body and soul, long since. This is a sentiment I'm quite certain you must recognize. Let there be strength in cunning, yes, but also in numbers. The calculus of wizardry I offer you. The might of the magician's mastermind. On one condition. That on our joint travels we will never deal with demonic entities, no matter how tempting their propositions. Give me your word on this, and I'll weave you spells.
Oh, I'm in. Very well, there will be no deals with demons.
Most gratifying.
Alright,
I
advance.
see you are firm of purpose, and thereby ready to descend. Descend into the madness that is sorcery. Into the depths where demons dance. Gladly shall I follow you into the abyss. Onward, blood and triumph await.
Got it. All good. Okay, now I do need to take a look at him. We'll go into character, and then we're going to go into Johan. Jahan, however you pronounce his name. He's got... Right? So, he's got elemental affinity, far out, man, whatever that is.
Where's the third
Right.
one gone?
I need to know what spells he's got, though.
Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in
Right.
the night.
Alright, so he's got... Right, so he's got... What does he got? He's got... Bitter Cold, Rain, Regeneration, Teleportation, Staff of Tempest. Alright, we're good. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to Quick Gym.
Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things
Charlene.
naughty. A sauce hunter! Oh, what a sight for sore Sicilian eyes.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I live alone here in town. It used to be that my younger brother Tom and I were practically joined at the hip, but that's all changed now.
What happened to Tom?
Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring and endlessly worrying my poor mind. Oh, but of course, I've always loved that scamp to bits. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even got him sparring with Captain Aureus now and then. But then those blasted Fabulous Five came into town. That band of... I don't even know what to call them. Well, they're his heroes, and I simply couldn't prevent him from going to see them. That one meeting was all it took for Tom to run off with them on some mission to God knows where.
Okay, well, I've got to figure out what happened to Tom, and I need to go meet Victoria, who I believe this is her right here.
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal, be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine.
And who are you, madam?
I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicile toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way. He raised me like I was his own, this kindest of souls, taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride.
May I take books from the library?
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
Okay, I'll take my leave. Alright, now, what do I have? Okay. Philosophy of Death. Row of books. Row of books.
Cache du Nord.
Adventurer's Field Guide.
Still hasn't been returned. Celeron will have to pay
All
yet
right.
another fine.
So now, let's go ahead and read. Well, actually, let's take a look at what books I have. Because... Okay. The Order of the Source Hunters. Let's read that. I'm not going to actually flip through every page. Orders... Okay, I just want to make sure I've read everything.
The knight in see-through armor.
Adventurer's Field
Princess
Guide.
Buttercup with the blushing bottom.
Let's read it.
Esmeralda does have a
Alright.
propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Alright, old parchment. Okay. What else do I have? Hot Topics, Pyramid How-To. Hot Topics and Pyramid How-To. Alright, I already know that.
The knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with
Okay,
the
so
blushing
this I want to
bottom.
give this scroll. Send
Esmeralda
to
does have a
Jahan.
propensity for all things naughty, hasn't
Philosophy
she?
of Death. I can read that. Alright. And this is Adventurer's Field Guide. I'll read that. Okay. Ooh, okay.
The knight in see-through
And
armor.
I'm going to
Princess Buttercup
give
with
that
the
to
blushing
Brother
bottom.
John.
Esmeralda does have a propensity for all
And I'll
things
give that to
naughty,
Brother
hasn't
John.
she?
And then I'm gonna go to Brother John and see if reading that, if I can learn the abilities as well. Nope, it only gives the ability once. Alright, that's cool. Now, I don't know if I actually have to return the books or not, but...
Princess Buttercup with the
Alright,
blushing bottom.
Cracking Up a Crowd, the definitive guide.
Esmeralda does have a
History
propensity
Society.
for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Okay, Fun with Fluids, Row of Books. Okay, we're gonna take all of those.
Light and see-through armor.
Alright, now, here's what we're doing. Let's go back to inventory.
For all things naughty,
And this is Thunder Jump skill book. This sounds like something that I want to give to the wizard. I'm gonna go ahead and give that to Jahan. And Blank Earth Scroll, I'm gonna give that to John as well. Jahan. As well as Fun with Fluids, I'm gonna read that myself.
Still hasn't been returned. Fellow will have to pay yet another fine.
Okay, what is this? New recipe. The History of Cecile. I'll read that. Alright, now I'm gonna give this, Cracking Up the Crowd. I'm gonna give that back to Quick Gym. An Adventurous Field Guide. I'm gonna give that to Quick. I've been giving these to Quick Gym, so no, I already read that. We already did that.
Will have to pay yet
I'm gonna give that back to him now, to Quick Gym. And we're gonna go ahead and I read that, right? Fun with Fluids. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go back to Quick Gym. And Quick Gym, you're gonna read. I already read that.
Place this book here.
Philosophy of Death, I read.
Poetry among novels.
Robert's Ledger. Didn't I just give this to Quick Gym, or did I give it to Jahan? Let's go to Jahan. And Jahan gets Thunder Jump.
Volume 1.
All right.
Volume 2. Where's the third one gone?
Now, we're gonna be Quick Gym. All right.
Sometimes I think these
I
books
think we're good here. I think we're good here. We're gonna go back downstairs. And we're going to take a quick look at what's left now. Here's the graveyard. Here's the Mortician's Morgue. King Crab. Eglander's room. Forget who Eglander is. Esmeralda. Alright, so let's go to Eglander's room and see what happens. I don't think I need to do much else. Yeah, we'll just go to Englander's room. He's over here. Probably more this way.
Join the stud club if you got an
I
eye for
do
bar
need
potatoes.
options, controls. Okay. What I'm actually honestly looking for is there a way to run? To be perfectly honest with you, there doesn't look to be a way to run. All right.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
All right. There's no way to run. That's a shame. I would dearly love to run. And I'm going over here, and I'm down. I need to go up.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
And we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna go see what's in this room over here. Although I think it's up top. I think it's the second story. Yeah, I think it's upstairs. Okay. Okay. Nope. No, I think it's downstairs. I think it's on the ground floor. Okay, what was that?
The last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail, Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments.
What the hell? Are you talking, Eglander? What the hell is going on here?
Ah, you have come. Yes, that is most satisfactory. Begone, brittle mask of age. Hear me now repeat the words of Brittletooth, the child snatcher of Carador. Come, play with me, for I'm hungry. Come, play, play, play!
What the hell? Tell me more about yourself.
My name is Eglandir Twilselanar, elf of the House of Gandavum, the slaughtered House of Gandavum. But by the twin blades of the Shadow Vixen, I shall have my revenge. The walls of memory are stained with blood, and I would see them bloodier still.
About this assistance you asked of me.
The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring the horror harlequin. But, like the serpentine stalker hisses before the stab, hush now. Darkness, darling. Hush, hush, and listen to my tale. The elves of Gandavum, they lived in peace. Oh, yes. But one night, when the moon had hid her face, the orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. They cooked and ate and burned every last one of us. The light of dawn never saw an elf of Gandavum no more. All undone. Every last one of us. Except for me, the Midnight Rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of many years hence. But death shall not find me. Oh no, not until every beast of Kazuldagar has been bled. I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and now is almost over. By Kala, Lady of the Last Gaze, I swear it is almost done. Only the very last one of the Kazuldagar still eludes me. The crowning kill that would seal its fate and mine alike. I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Color the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings to her flesh, soon to fade. And yours shall be the bounty of vindication. Mine shall be its sanguine satisfaction after long, long last.
So my target would be Victoria, a girl orc.
Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand. The heart around which the fingers of that hand must clench and tighten until its choking flesh bulges with blood and its beat slowly breaks. The orcs of Kazuldagar, they knew my name. Oh yes. By the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design. And so they sought to save their last, an infant, she who was to be queen. To no avail, oh no. Years, how many I know not. Years I searched, and now she has been found. Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Maneater, she is nothing but an orc, a cyst of nature, one of a misbegotten litter dragged into life from the tumoured womb of a filthy, coarse-haired beast that was humped like a dog in the darkness of a stinking hollow. Victoria, librarian, daughter, adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Kazuldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsuckler, give me my revenge!
Okay. Goat suckler? Ew. By the breasts of a goat suckler. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. Because, I mean, ew. That's just, ew. Yeesh. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. I'll thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.